Nice.
What if I told you that you didn't have the best loadout for the XM4? What if there was a better option for resurgence maps as well as big map? We talked about it in our last video, the 8 attachment XM4. Well, what if I told you that we had a loadout today that maximizes your opportunity to get the most eliminations and to stack those W's? Don't take my word for it. We're going to have gameplay today that's going to show you this particular XM4 build. That's right, the best meta loadout currently in Warzone, but it's on an 8 attachment XM4. With the introduction to the buffer weight stock in the Season 1 Black Ops integration to Call of Duty Warzone, the buffer weight stock, has really taken all the recoil out of the XM. And if it does that, that means that frees up attachments or even frees us up a card to use on something else. Because if you have to have 8 attachments for your primary, that means you're using Gunfighter perk, which means you're giving up overkill. So if you're in solos, you're going to have to get this and then hopefully find ground loot, which isn't maximizing your opportunity to get the most eliminations and the ability to stack those W's in the win column. But today we're going to talk about an XM4 that's going to give you an opportunity to get overkill and have a meta AR as well as a meta SMG right off the first loadout that you get. Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Bearded, live from the Run Bar on the Leviathan. This is my favorite XM4. I do love the 8 attachment build. It is very handy on big map, but this thing is going to be just as good to use on big map and its resurgence. But the one thing it's going to do, I won't say the 8 attachment struggles, but it's going to give you more mobility. And this thing is going to give you an option to where you can down a couple guys, run around, plate up, reload your gun, and chow again. But if you're new to the channel and you want to find your way back, the easiest thing to do is to like, subscribe, and smash that bell logo. Let me know down in the comments if you're using the 8 attachment XM4 or if you're using this thing. So the attachments that we're going to use for the XM4 is going to be pretty similar to the 8 attachment, but the one thing we're going to do is, like I said, removing the gunfighter perk, we're going to have to pick 5 attachments. So we know we're going to need an optic. We're going to use an adjacent armory 2 times. The main reason for this is the low visual recoil that this particular optic has, and it's my favorite, but that's up to preference. If you have an attachment that you like when it comes to optics that you like to prefer over this, use it. You do not have to use this particular optic. It's just, for me, it maximizes my opportunity to get the most eliminations as well as the most W's. I like to stay off the mini map. I use the suppressor because I can manage the recoil, but if you're having trouble managing the recoil, I strongly suggest you use the compensator here. But the suppressor should be easy enough, but you should be able to use the suppressor here, especially with the last attachment that we're going to talk about. We want to use the reinforced barrel. It's going to maximize bullet velocity as well as damage range. And we're going to use the extended mag 2, the 60 round mag, because we need mobility and handling on resurgence maps. And if we're pushing in rank mode, we want to make sure we have mobility to get in a situation, get it down, get out, play, reach out. And with the 100 round mag, sometimes it's a little awkward and it really takes a long time to reload. But with the 60 round mag, it really doesn't take as long as it does with the 100 round mag to reload. And you want to keep that suppressing fire down. You want to get down. You want to get eliminations, especially in rank. But the last attachment is going to be the main reason why we're able to use the other 4 attachments and not use 8 attachments. And that is the buffer weight stock. Again, it came out Season 1 integration of Black Ops to Warzone. Takes out all the horizontal and vertical recoil for this gun. It really does take all the recoil out. I can't stress that enough. And for people that struggle with managing that, like we mentioned earlier, you can use a suppressor to help you out with that even more. But most of the demons out there, most of our tactical players are going to be able to use this gun. maybe some of our passive players are going to have to use the compensator, but this thing is going to be something to where you're going to be able to get this meta AR as well as your meta SMG on the first loadout.
Teammate left. Oh, I hate that shit. I got 25.
Resurgence has been deactivated. This is the end game.
We about to cook them.
You're losing ground. Move it. We've made it to the top 10. 5 squads still operational in the AO.
Damn.
Decker, get me a UAV. Enemy soldier incoming.
Hmm.
Three squads left in the war zone. Stay alert. Gas is inbound. Last chance. Finish the job.
Out of my game. And out.